Can I find number 1? This is number 1. It is on line. If I draw it off line, I'm going to draw over here. If I draw on line, 1 is over here to the right. 1 is over here to the left. 1 is to the bottom right, and 1 is to the bottom left. Bottom left, top right, bottom right. 1 is 2 by 2. In order to encompass 1, we must encompass 1 on the top, 3 and 3. We must encompass 1 on the bottom, 3 and 3. But the reality of 1 is it's only half. But the all of 1 is this half. So I get these 3 halves over here. So my interpretation of 1 would be here. Then my interpretation of 1 would be here. Then my interpretation, excuse me, this was wrong. That was this. That was this. Then my interpretation to get to the higher ground would be this. Then my interpretation to be to the higher ground, you see over here, I'm going on this side. I can't use this over here because this is the part I took away. Okay, I only can go to here. So this one should have went all the way to here. Bigger on one side, smaller on the other side because the quarter was taken away. This is the top half. This is 1 in the center. This is the top right of 1. This is the bottom left of 1. If I turn it this way, this is a 404 1. This is 1, 5, 9 equals to 15. 1 exchange for 5 into 9. I slip this in or I move these 2 apart. If I move these 2 apart, over here I get 1 and a half and a half. Over here I got 1 and a half and a half. 1 and a half, 1 and a half. The reality is in this position over here, this is number 4. But I lost half of number 4, so I'm going to give it 2. Over here I have all of number 7, so it's 7 and 2. 2 times 7, 2 plus 7 equals 14, 9, 23. I and G, 9, 14, 23. 21, 30 creation equals 36, 360 degrees. Out of one explanation. 357 is this angle. The 10 skipping the center, 9. 109, 357 equals 466. Well, we're not going to go that right, but 466 is 24, and 4 by is 240 equals 264. This would be the running of the cassette, 264. Over here, it becomes 124, the bad cat. The actuality of 109, okay, 0 equals 6, 169. We're going to put 0 over here and make it 184. The spirit inside Pluto, 3 times 28. Why do I go 3 times 28? Because the minute I see 1, I automatically know that 1 is in the center. 1 is above and below the center. 1 is to the right and to the left of the center. 1 is exchanged. This is the 5 position. It is to 1 and 5, to where I would go onto this side, or 1 and 9, where I would bring it 3, 6, 9. This and this, these 2 numbers, are both the same color. 3 and 9 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3. 5, 6, 3. 30 times 3 is 90, 96 creation out of this T in the road. This is the east-west. Now let's show a few more. If I want to split something in half, okay, with a 3, the best way to split it in half this way. If I want to split this in half, okay, both ways, I can split it this way in a 2 or this way in a 2 is half. But in a 3, it's this way. Now, do I want to go above the line or below the line in half? Because the reality is, this is your half. 1 part to 2, 4, 5. 5 and 1, 5 and 1, 1 and a half, and 1 and a half is 3. 5 and 1 is 6. 5 and 1 is 6. Each square equals to 4. Okay, I'm going to use each square equaling to 4, or I will use each square equaling to 2. This is the angle of 404. So what is 4? Is that when I take this line, and I need to draw it inside this one, I can make a perfect cut. I can make a perfect cut in here. When I cut in here, it's 4.5 each. When I cut in here, it's the same cut? No, because this is on line. It's in between all the numbers. It's the same as this. This one, okay, is 1, 2, 3. This one is 1, 2, 3, same as this. This one is 1, 2, 3, but in here, I have the outside. Here's the center dot. Over to the right, over to the left, here is the upper board. In order to support this, I must go 1, 2 up in order to get 2 over. 2 over, 2 up, 2 over. 2, 4, 6 in order to encompass 1. 1, 1, 1 all around. 1 to the left, 1 to the right, 3 up. 3, 4, 5, all to reach over here. And the same thing down here. Here is 9. We're going to go back to here. Okay? The reality of the 4 box, every box equals 4. That equals to 16. Here's the 9 box equals to 4. Equals to 36, the difference between the 2 boxes. When I split this box in half, I go right in the middle. So I'm going to expand this and make this bigger, the 4, and show you something else. Okay? Here is what the 4 was like, right? Now I'm going to go 1 shot bigger than the 4. And I'm going to split it in half. Over here, I get this side and this side. Now, if I want to get, okay, the real halfway mark between this side and this side, if I want to be the third person, okay, if I want to, this is A and B, right? I want to be the third owner. If I'm going to be the third owner, this is the way I'm going to be the third owner. I'm going to own, I'm going to own A and B ranking. I own the A and B ranking in the center. All I'm left with now, after I own this, do you remember the original square? I just made it bigger. Just want to show you. Now that I own this in the center, this side is left with 2. And this side is left with 2. This side is left with half of this side and half of this side. The value of the center is 4, 2, 4, 2, owning the mind. If I go the other way, it's 2, 4, 2 the other way. But I have to understand, this way is 1 this way and this way. This way is 3, 1, 4, 7. This way is 2, 3, 4. So when I go this way, it's 2, 4, 2. But if I have to go to these 2 blocks over here and this block over here, this is 101 away, this is 6 away. I'd be 3 away here and 3 away here. 3 away here and 3 away here. I would be, let's say I would be 3, 6, 3. And this one I would be 2, 4, 2. 2, 4, 2 going this way, 3, 6, 3 going this way. And I still have to understand and confirm. Here's the 360 degrees. See the circle, 360 degrees? And within it, here is the X. This is a 4 square. This is a 6 square. This is a 6 square. This is a 4 square. It does not come out the same. Inside the 6 square, when I take away the center, because inside the 9, the automatic inside the 9 is that it already shows a center. It's already showing that this side and this side is showing right over here. They're sharing this over here. So this side, okay, which has 3, gets shared 3 shared, 3 and 3. This side gets 3 and 3. If you want to split it in half, it becomes 4 and a half each, or it becomes, this one in the center will become 9. But we cannot share left and right 9. It will create 3, 1, 3. It'll create 1 to 1 to 1. The 3, 1, 3 is above and below. Why is it above and below? Because it's 2, 5, 8. 3 to 5 to 1 is 6 to 9. 3, 1, 3. This is the way I'm going to assume it's written. Although it's 3, 1, 3 in the angle, this is the 9 position. This is the square position. Inside the square position, when I cut this apart, I would automatically, you see these squares here? This is an automatic square. But if I want to box in that square, I must do this to box in that square. I box in that square. I leave one side on this side, and I leave one side on this side. When I lean this side on this side, look what happens. It goes right through the corners. If I do it on this side, it goes right through the corners because of the box. Excuse me, I should have did it over here because of the box. So what am I owning? I'm owning this square over here, 1/4 of this square over here, and 1/2 and 1/2 over here. But remember, this is 1, this is 3. 1 plus 2 equals to the 3. But it's not really that. It's 1 plus 1 equals to the 2 plus 1 equals to the 3. Because on the bottom row, it's 7, 8, 9. 7 plus 8 equals 15 does not equal to the 9. 15 is 5 times 3 and 3 times 3. 2/3 is missing. 3 times 3, 5 times 3. 5 and 1 is 6. 6 over 9. 6 black, 9 red. 6 black, 9 red. Boom, boom. This is the way we count it. 3 goes over here. 9 goes over here. 6 goes over here. The center gets doubled up for the above and for the below. Since it gets doubled up for the below, 6 and 9 equals to 15. 1 and 5 equals 6. This equals 6. 3, 6, 6, 9. 3, 6 is 9. 9 and 6 is 15. 24. The letter X. The letter O. The letter F. Fox. It says the foxhole. Do you see this little arrow over here? It shows in 2 boxes. I own half of 2 boxes up and below. This is the sign of 3. Remember, 1, 4, 7. The total is 6. The 7, now I'm going to have to try and explain this 7, is 9 plus 8. What is 9 plus 8? It's 4 times 2, and it's 1 times 1. 4 times 2 gets you 4 corners. 4 times 2 gets you 4 on the inside. 1 times 1 gets you 1 in the middle. 1 times 1 gets you 1 between every 3. Why do we multiply it by 3? So we can have 1 in the center. We have 1 in the center of 6. You can only place, here is 9. You can either put 1 here, or 1 here, or 1 here. Any one of these 3. The 1 over here will be these 2. Any one of these 2 comes up, this one is good. So you've chosen 6, you've placed 3. If any one of these come up, 2 of them, you'll automatically get 1 of them from 2. You'll lose these 2, but you'll get this one. This one here pays 35, plus 1. This is minus 2. You will end up with a 33 plus between 2 of them. If you only put it on the middle one, then you will also, excuse me, this was 17 on each one. It was 35 to 1 on top. But if you bet in between, the 2-way, this is a 2-way bet. 2, 4, 6 bets. 1 win comes in, you win 2 bets. You lose 4 bet. Win 2, lose 4. You get 17 to 1 on each one of these because it's in between 2. If you win one of these, you get 17 plus your 1 back. You lose 2 over here, you end up with 15. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 equals to 11. 7 and 1 is 8. 5 and 1 is 6. All the time, up here, up here. If you want to box in all 9, you need to make 6 you need to make 6 placement bets. If the one in the center comes up, you automatically get this whole string over here. One of them will come up, you'll get 17 to 1 and 17 to 1, you'll get 34. 34 minus 4, you'll end up with 30. Plus the 6 sticks you have is 36, and that's your creation. This is the odds of the roulette wheel. This is the way it works. We're looking at 1, 2, 3. We're trying to understand that this is also 1, okay? The way this one works is automatic, like this. This is the one's house. We must always box it in. You box it in, you have 2 here, you have 2 here, you have 2 here, you have 2 here, you have 3 here, you have 3 here, you have 3 here, you have 3 here. Why not 1? Because it's 3 colors, 2 colors, and this one is in the center. You have 1. If I put the other numbers that you usually see, I'll put a different number in the center. I'll put 5. So this one becomes 7, this one becomes 7, this one becomes 5, this one becomes 8, this one becomes 8, this one becomes 8, this becomes 5, this becomes 8, this becomes 7. 7, 8, 15 equals 6. 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 You do that in all the corners. And the answer is 15, 20, 28, 35, 11, 12, 13, well, 35. 8 and 8 is 16, 7, 8, 9, 16, and 6, 22. This is 24. This was 10, 11, 12, 13. This is 15. This is 8, 16. This is 24. The letter is F-O-X, Fox. 313. Now we're going to do down at the bottom. This one over here was 35, and 35 is 70. This is 70. This is 70. And this is 70. 35, 35 east-west. 35, 35 east-west. The total is 140 on the outside. Zion, Israel, 1 and 4. Connect 4 to 1. Now we're going to connect. How do we connect 4? See these 2 in the center over here? I would have to double up this over here. This is 1, 2, 3. Right? I'm going to take this one with this one. And then I'm going to take this one and this one. 13 equals 4. 5, 3, 5, 4. 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. And 4, 5, 3, 5, 4. That's the answer. The total is 8. 1 with a circle, 6. 1 with a circle, 8. The ones with a circle, we get 7. It'll be 8, 7, 6, 7, 8. 8 and 7 is 15. 8 and 7 is 15. 15, 1 and 5 is 6. 1 and 5 is 6. 6, 6, 6. That's the way this works out, understanding how to split the games. Between 9 and between 4. Between 9, the center is offline. Between 9, the center is offline. Here's the tube. You're either going one way or you're going the other way. I don't know. I used to like my little duck. The letter R. The letter R is a great letter. Because you can just, you know, make the R this way or make the R that way. You know what I'm saying? You can make the R this way. You can actually put the R and go that way and put the R and go that way. So by the time you're actually finished doing the R, right, I'm just going to color it all in. It may not look like much because I did it fast, but this is the R, a walking bridge. 1 in the center to this on the other. The only way to get this is I need 2 rows to get the point. When this point meets, it meets at 3 blocks. It meets this block and it meets this block, plus the 2 blocks that it cut in between, an automatic 4 blocks. When you see these X's, 4 blocks have come together. They have split apart one center. You cannot do it with a single center. Well, there goes that then. You cannot do it with a single center, but you can make the R with a single center. The R looks like it's going round and round, right? So here's the R, but you cannot, the only way to do it is like this. That's a single center. When you have a double center, when you have a double center, right, you automatically have 4 blocks. Single is 1, double center is 4. Triple center is 9. It's 1, 4, 9, and you have no choice. It's 1, 4, 9, and that would be the smallest center, right? Here's 1. Here's your same one, right, into 4. Here's your same one that was into 4, okay, is now into 16, and there's 1 all around. Sweet 16 gets 1 in a window. 4 and 12 equals to the purple sky. It's only what you can do and what you can't do. I'm still trying to understand. Now, there's another thing I wanted to mention. This is 16 minutes, and then we're going to talk about the next one. The next one has to do with this. It's all about flag. You see this flag in the center of these two? See this arm? It comes from the outside. This is coming from the 4 or 6 position. This is not coming from the inside. The number 5 that owns number 1 gets put in from another position, owning 3 and 7 on each end. This one becomes number 1, 5 here, 1 here. This becomes 8 over here, 8, 5, and this will become 4 over here. This becomes 6 over here. and it's become 369 over here, 369 over here. Everything is separate. I'll show you this in another design. I'll show you how C takes up 3 parts. You add in 1 part, because Venus is 222, then you come into the world as 8, and you wear the hat on your shoulders. You become the 2 wearing the hat and infiltrating with the 1 spirit, plugged into the back of your neck. That's right. There's something like this, a hard dick stuck into your neck. Inside of you, we got little things inside of you. Right down there, Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Thank you for watching this video. Hey, can you see the other room? Oh yeah, thank you for watching.